All right, so I'm starting my walk. There's the Okavango Lodge behind me, and I'm gonna go walk out here, see what the neighborhood looks like. Take you with me, since I don't know how many of you have been to Zambia. I fell in love with it. I don't know about you, but highly recommend coming here. The people are amazing. The places I've been to, spectacular. Out of 50 plus countries I've been to, probably, some of the most spectacular that I've been in. All right, where should I go? Maybe I'll turn left or right. Looks like a big road that way. Maybe I'll go down this way. All right, just take a little walk. I've been recouping, so not leaving my room a whole lot these days, these past couple of days, because I haven't taken a breather since like May 18. So yeah, so as I left off, I had a blast in Fiji. I went early and I stayed late and made some lifelong friends and hopefully people that will continue to accept me for the rest of my life there. And just amazing. And so then from there, I was going to go straight to South Africa and meet up with some people that I knew there. But my connection that I had made at the Platinum Finance event, the Middle Eastern connection, Fatima, she mentioned that she was only going to be in Dubai early in the summer, sorry. I said that I was going to try and come back in July and August. She's like, it's too hot. Nobody's here then. So I'm not going to be here then. So I was like, oh my goodness. Well, my flight actually had a 4-hour layover in Dubai going the way to South Africa. Hi. You want to say hi? Hello. How are you? How old are you?
2 years.
2 years?
Yes.
Really? How about you?
Yes.
2? What's your name?
Sarah.
Sarah? Oh, very nice to meet you. That's a beautiful name and you're a beautiful girl. Thank you for saying hi. Have a good day. So my walk started out nice. Yes, thank you. Commenting on my dreadlocks. So yeah. So anyways, going back to it, I got a little distracted, but how do you not with the cuteness around here? So anyway, she said that she happened to be there then. And so I was like, I turned my 4-hour layover into a 10-day trip to Dubai instead. And it was amazing. Fatima was just amazing to me. She had me lined up with clients for my international clinical hypnotherapy business before I even entered the country. She introduced me to all these high frequency, amazing individuals and just really took me into her home, introduced me to her closest friends, and the whole thing was just more amazing than I could have imagined. I already got potential investors for the Human Potential Research and Development Center we're creating. I'll get into that later. But yes, we're creating a Human Potential Research and Development Center to really bring all of the people that are the best in the world, tapping into next level capabilities like remote viewing, telepathy, seeing without eyes, all of these things that some people call superhuman and I call human. I see these as all part of our next stage of evolution and what we're all meant to be able to do as a human species. So we're bringing in the best that already can do those things and replicate them and educate, as well as people that are naturally able to do that and kind of study scientifically why that's possible. And hello. So why that's possible. And I get distracted when saying hi to people on the street here. So find out why that's possible and see if we can't scientifically replicate it, whether there's certain genes that are switched on, whether there are neurological levels being activated. How can we replicate that and then educate people to really evolve the human species? I feel we're very stunted in our growth as a human species. So I'd love to be a part of helping evolve that. So Dubai was a huge success. Started my business there already. I got to meet up with Dr. Mo, who wrote The Equation for Happiness, and who I met at the Happiness retreat with Tony Robbins in October this past year. And So I'm hoping to go with him to Saudi Arabia next time he goes and get introduced to some people there. So, you know, he was one of my favorite speakers there. And if I told him the first night, if I came just to see him speak, then it would have all been worth it. And totally true. So I was really privileged to, me and Fatima got to meet up with him again and in Dubai. So lots of people interested, high frequency individuals and venture capitalists interested in the Human Potential Research and Development Center. So the whole trip was a success. So then, cut to, I flew from there the day before that I was going on a safari. And the safari was there were 8 of us that are Platinum Partners and Lion Platinum Partners from the Tony Robbins community that were going on a safari into the Lower Zambezi National Park. So I flew in the night before and got to meet up with everybody for dinner, and then we took a charter out the next morning. And before I do that, I'm reaching the end of a street here. I'm gonna see what's going on over here. Okay, got this street. Okay, I'm gonna head back the other way and see what's that way. So we flew out on a charter in the morning, and was just the 8 of us. Took a charter flight from Livingston, which is, I flew through Lusaka, from Dubai to Lusaka and to Livingston. And then we took a charter into the Lower Zambezi National Park. And we were picked up by a safari jeep and our guide, Patrick, who we soon fell in love with. He was just amazing, doing that for 16 years as a bush guide. And he was also in charge of all the events at our amazing resort. We stayed at a very high-end, beautifully done new resort in the Lower Zambezi called the Lola Bessie. And just fantastic location. One of the few places that I would say is truly 5-star. I usually tend to complain about 5-star not really being 5-star. So, but this one, the service was impeccable. The food was great. The lodgings were just absolutely stunning. And then these lodgings, I mean, everybody had their own pool, floor-to-ceiling windows that look out over the river, floor-to-ceiling windows, and from your bed, from the living rooms, from your shower and the bathroom, from the toilet, everywhere you're just looking out on this gorgeous landscape. So well appointed, outdoor sitting areas, and just absolutely stunning. So we had a great time there. And then we were on safari every day, which is why we came. So we went with Patrick, and he took us everywhere, and the place was stunning. I soon fell in love with it just within a minute's drive out of the camp. I've never seen anything like it. There are these trees that have this bluish gray hint to them that when the light comes through just have this magical component to them that I've never seen before. I mean, absolutely fantastic. Just stunning and breathtaking, truly. Very magical. And then the animals. I mean, within 5 minutes from camp, I mean, we found leopards. Leopards that are doing it. We found lions that are doing it. Everything seemed to be in the season. So we would watch the leopards, and they would literally have sex every 7 minutes. And we would watch them for hours doing that. And of course, there had to be somebody in the group. In this case, it was Gunther. And you'll hear more about him later, who would time the duration of each of the interludes there. And then they would have a little 7-minute rest and then back at it again. But yeah, the leopards were not the only thing we saw. They were stunning, though. Stunning. But we got to see elephants. And what did we see? Elephants and zebras and impalas and kudus and water bucks, and then the lions. And the lions were also doing it hour after hour after hour, every 10 minutes, sometimes 20 minutes, sometimes 7 minutes, and for similar durations of time. Apparently, a little side fact that maybe you guys find amusing or not so amusing, the male leopards and lions have barbed penises. And so they jab in so that there's no releasing, and he's actually holding her down on the neck too, to make sure that everything gets done and as proactive as possible. The leopardess was not so keen about the pain involved with this, and before the end she'd turn over on her back and smack him in the face and was kind of perturbed. The lioness, on the other hand, was kind of like, wow. Seemed to enjoy the pain a little bit more than the leopardess, but for our amusement we followed them for hours. I don't know how keen they were on being voyeuristic, but yeah, it was fun for us. But then we got to see all the other things, and lots of hippos and crocodiles and birds and just everything. There were planes. On the plains, there were trees. I just fell in love with the place. I mean, literally fell in love with it. We did a river safari as well, where we went down a boat on the river right before sunset and then during sunset, and the sunlight on the river with the mountains and the trees and the hippos and the crocodiles around was just one of the most beautiful things I've seen. And before I go on talking about that, I'm around so you guys can see some of the things I'm seeing. Hello. How are you? It's always good to see. Oh, we got Sarah, our little friend here. Hi, Sarah. How are you? A long time.